Detroit. Wallace is 6'9", gives away about 3.5 inches, and that time George has Hamilton on him. Here's Medvedenko. He's free and hits from 19 feet.
And that is...
Pushes it up the floor. Medvedenko is free again and hits. So the Lakers, who had O'Neal and first minute and a half.
Well, the one thing we know about Slava Medvedenko, he's going to give himself a chance. I mean, he is not an unwilling shooter.
Over Medvedenko, and Wallace drops one in. By the Lakers. Medvedenko again. Can he make it 3 in a row? Yes, he can. So Slava. So the Lakers coming out tenaciously on defense. Here's Medvedenko again. This time he's going to dump it into O'Neal, and O'Neal's going to softly put it over the rim to make it 8. And O'Neal quickly gets it ahead to Bryant. Kobe's first effort is good, and the Lakers lead by a half dozen. And in this situation, Jackson, of course, minus Malone, has to leave him in, and then Wallace drives to the hoop, and Ben gets the gong.
As you called over the back on Shaq, Shaq felt like the Detroit Pistons just went over the back on him.
What a play as O'Neal got it, gave it back, steal.
I got to tell you, I like Payton's look tonight.
Bryant goes underneath, loses the ball, no foul is called, and it winds up in Medvedenko's hands.
An unbelievable number.
Shaq comes out of the game here, and from the corner, it is Tayshaun Prince.
Wondering why Phil Jackson takes Shaq out. Well, he has 2 fouls. That's number one. I think the other reason is they have a 5-0 3-point lead, and he's going to look at the scoreboard and watch.
Can assume the lead here. Phillips puts it on his hip, goes all the way, that's the bounce.
I think this is a huge key part of the game right now for Detroit. They have Shaq in foul trouble.
1 for 5, hitting only 38% from the field in this series. Prince all the way, drops it in.
See, they know that Shaq can't help.
Very effective as well. He loves that move. Goes to the lane and puts it in. Shaq misses, gets his own rebound, and stuffs it back in. Payton guarding Hamilton, who puts it in over Gary to make it 19-18. Leads Seesaw.
That's the one.
Payton losing it. Stolen by Wallace. He's out in front all alone. 21-18 on the steal by Big Ben. It's a drop. Rebound to Phillips. Pistons running the floor. Score it. Hamilton. 23-18. Foul is on Corliss Williamson.
And first the steal by Ben Wallace. I was really surprised no one tried to track him down and give him a foul. And then you saw Devin George at the bottom. You said, we want to run on the Lakers as much as possible.
That was a non-shooting foul. They started with 14 on the timer, and Kobe Bryant pulls one of his patented. Bryant, 4 points to this point. Payton will drive. Jump hook from the lane. Lakers cut it to 1. Gary's first.
Now,
thank you, Stuart.
And that is really significant because what players and teams do, they focus so...
Well, now Bryant nearly has it taken away and does, in fact, by the hands of Hunter, leading to a Hamilton break and dunk.
See, Kobe Bryant just did exactly buckets for the Pistons because he's trying to force the action.
6-point lead inside to Shaq, puts it up and in.
But if
steal by Hunter and the Hamilton breakaway.
I mean, again, you can see Kobe Bryant trying to force the action, and that's the second time he's tried to split between guys, and that's what Kobe Bryant does extremely well, except for the Pistons now know that they're playing
exactly where to be for the rebound. Perfectly positioned. Fisher from deep outside. Got it. 3-pointer to Derrick, saluted by Malone. But playing nonetheless. Hamilton throws it away, and now Kobe's on a break, and Kobe's going to put this one in, looking to see where Hunter was, seeing if he could get a 3-point play out of it.
3 quarters, but by the 4th quarter, they don't think Shaq can keep running.
Hamilton gets free, back door. Detroit, and they'll inbound with 19 seconds on the clock. Underneath, Phillips, reverse, puts it in, so Chauncey Billups sent from the field. And since they've been going to the free throw line more often, that's a tough combo to beat. And Ben Wallace is too tough.
Coming to Detroit, he's made Ben Wallace an offensive option. He tells his team to look for him when he's on a post, and he's made Ben Wallace think offense. Ben Wallace a couple of years
able to pot. And then Detroit tries to cash it. Wallace. Wow. The other night. Okur. Fox posting Prince. Turnaround off the glass, and Rick banks it home to make it an 8-point game. And Ben Wallace going right by Medvedenko. Putting one in from about 10 feet. And what Ben likes to do before the game, as we know, Doc, is take the big ball, take a bigger ball, and try to make baskets with it. It's kind of like being out on the putting green. You know, you have those tiny little holes.
I knew where you were going.
Of course. Like
for ball handling. Ben Wallace has turned it into a shooting gimmick, which some guys do use it for that, and it's really paid off for him.
It's working tonight, and there he is again. Big ball, small ball, and that 4 on the shot clock. Out to Rush. He's got to shoot. He does at the horn and makes it. Kareem Rush, who was so big in the clinch. Doc, that's why you can't coach. You got to come back here next year. From the corner, a 3-pointer for Okur.
Well, there is no spacing right now for the Lakers.
And Kobe is the line drive one over Okur and Prince.
Folks out of their offense.
Shot is short. Rebound keeps getting tipped. Winds up in the hands of Prince. He'll drive all the way. Brings the house down.
For the Pistons, Al, this is what we're talking about. You know, a good drive, but watch, the ball stays up in the air. And if you're longer, quicker, and more athletic, usually you come up with the rebounds, and that's where the Pistons
eating up the Laker defense. Okur drives, softly puts it in. And they lead by 12 with Jack.
Kurt Rambis told me players were attentive. We're overplaying guys on D. We're allowing them to penetrate. Back to you guys.
And this begins the second half.
See Wallace touch the ball.
Here's O'Neal. And the Lakers will need.
He loses his confidence. A great guy, great player will keep shooting.
Prince short, but again, they keep it alive. And Ben Wallace gets the assist on the Hamilton layup. First.
I mean, I want you to look at this. You see Shaq and Ben both go to it. Ben gets it quicker, and that causes a layup. Second.
Bryant, 7 on the 24. Kobe goes all the way, left hand stuck. George passes up the 3, sends it into Shaq, and he has an easy layup.
Rim, which indicates tired legs, and guard Rip Hamilton will do that.
Hamilton can't get there, but Campbell does.
Rip Hamilton,
who has played so little over the last 2 months. Bryant drives, jams one home, 10-point game. Tonight they have 12 guys. 1 is in civvies. That's Malone. They've used the other 11. Prince drives, softly throws it in.
I'm watching that possession.
He's 3 out of 10. The Lakers are 11 of 19. Ben Wallace over Brian Russell.
That's what happens when you go small. Now you have a small guy on Ben Wallace.
Kobe loses the ball. There's no foul in the lane. Here's Phillips on the drive. Got it. Goes to the line.
The Detroit Pistons are smelling the golden ball, and they're going for it right now.
Shelly Brown. Bryant. Give and take with Shaq. Goaltending.
Ben Wallace did that on purpose, Al. He says, this reminds me of Patrick Ewing against Villanova. Just knock it out to scare him. He didn't care.
Lakers now, Bryant outside. Payton has the ball, looks Kobe's way, goes inside to Shaq, slam dunk. 72 to 50. Phillips. Here's Campbell free. Got it with O'Neal coming all the way out on him.
all of the brunt of the blow goes against the forehead and the chin, so he is okay.
Wow. Coast to coast.
Lindsey Hunter starts the fourth quarter with a steal.
Not one Laker cross half court.
Right, Doc Rivers being on the roster.
He did it in sweater.
Ben Wallace. He'll tip it back in himself over Brian Cook. Hamilton on Fisher. It's almost like
About it. Every long rebound, a Piston releases and gets a fast break. And it's been one-on-one fast break basketball for the Pistons. And I said fast break basketball for the Pistons. The party has started.
Doc, you may be the last coach ever hired under 60 years old. You know,
I tell you,
when you think
he gets the cup check, and what is he going to do to change this basketball team?
Prince, and that's without even unraveling in this series. Detroit ends it on a high note, and they just add exclamation point after exclamation point.
He might know more about the World Cup than the World Championship.
Rasheed Wallace on a turnaround.
This Detroit Pistons team. Chauncey Billups was given up on. Ben Wallace was said.
Yes, Reds lighting up a cigar. Does have a little wanderlust in him. There's no question about it. It's maybe the pursuit of perfection as Cook makes us has been fantastic tonight.
Yeah, you know what? It's such a tough vote. And I'm going to vote for Ben Wallace because
there won't be one guy who comes to mind. You'll think about a collection of guys.
He'll get the rest of the shots, the rest of this game.
Fisher makes it from outside. Bryant, O'Neal, Jackson, Malone in street clothes.
Street clothes. Since he played every game for the most part his entire career.
Sure. And if Phil Jackson inches over his former teammate Lindsey Hunter and congratulating him as the clock ticks down. And the Detroit Pistons, wow, who won the NBA championship in '89 and '90, and the crazies just have to stop blowing up stuff in indoor buildings before we have a disaster. Thank you, Commissioner. But the Detroit Pistons have just shocked the Los Angeles Lakers.
Chauncey Billups.
He had and Larry Brown has. He always talks about the greatness of the players and everybody else around him, almost deflecting what he's done. Larry Brown is a great basketball coach, and he's known around this league as the coach's coach. So it's rare that other coaches, because this is competitive league, but it's rare that other coaches are happy for a coach when he wins a title, but everyone's happy for Larry Brown.
He's helped turn the balance of power a little bit back to the East. You'll keep that going.
Yes.
My man going to the Boston Celtics. Someday again, I'll come out of retirement when you're finished with the Celtics.
Oh, thank you, Al.
Great series.